Is anyone there? Is anyone? Is anyone? Is is anyone there? Hey, hello Aponte, how are you? Hello everyone. Hello Aponte.
Por
Hello.
eso
Jan. Thank you very much. That's great. Let's wait some minutes for the other people to get inside, as always, and then we will start. Okay, let's wait for 2 more minutes, and we will start with the class. Hello, kids. So 1 more minute, and we will start. Okay, let me start checking the attendance. So Acevedo is not here for now. If he arrives, I will take it off. Wilches is here. Alvarez David Santiago. Alvarez David Santiago, I don't see her. Aponte is here. Arguello, I think is Shirley.
Teacher, I am here.
Oh, Tomás. Mm,
Okay.
Jacobo, I don't see him. Forero, she's here. Sherazadi, I don't see her. Or no.
Teacher, I am here.
Acevedo, how are you? Please eh,
Fine.
get inside with your actual name.
Okay.
Guerrero Reaño, Sofía. Sofía, who? There is Sofía. No, no, no Sofía. Heredia, I don't see her. Herrera is here. Loaiza, I don't see her. Lopez Cifuentes is here. Juliana, yes, she is here. Thank you. Um, Martínez Triana, I don't see her. Cata Méndez, no. Mesa, no. Montaño, yes, there she is. Pepinosa, no. I'm sorry, Prada is here. Ramos, I think I saw her, but I'm not sure because I saw something. Chapeton, yes, Jacqueline Chapeton. Can you tell me if you're Juanita?
Teacher, yes, teacher.
Okay, please get inside with your actual name. Mesa sí está. Where is he?
Aquí, profe.
Ah, ya entendí el nickname. Porfa, usa tu nombre, Mesa.
Ok.
Ok, ok. Prada sí está, Ramos sí está. Manuela, ¿is she? Ok, Manuela no está. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I make mistakes. Yes, I said she. Sorry about that. Silva, nope. Torres, I think he's not here. Umbarila, yes, she is. Valderrama, Nightmare, are you Valderrama? I don't know. Vargas, he is, and Wilches, he is here for now. So actually, let's start with the class. ¿Sí está Valde? Okay, thank you, but get inside with your actual name. Let me change that. Ok, Santiago Valderrama, porfa, cambia tu nombre por el que es. Isabela
Teacher, I
Loaiza.
can't. I
You don't know how
um.
to.
Yes, I don't know.
But is that a mail? That mail is yours?
Yes.
So you should get inside the configuration of the mail later. Don't worry, and try to change it. If you
Oh,
are using a mail that sorry, if you are using a mail that is not yours, what is Loaiza? Loaiza, presente. If you're using a mail that is not yours, you should create a mail of your own with your actual name.
okay.
Thank you. Tomás Arguello, see, he's here. Yes. Okay, so later I will check again the attendance, no problem. And don't worry because now we're doing it by Google Meet because the coordinators asked us because of the problems that Zoom is presenting. Because you know that Zoom is having some issues of security, and so it's better not to risk our account in our security, our information. So it's better to do it by Meet. Please, thank you, thank you. So yes, Okay, kids, thank you very much. Today we are going to work on physics because it is in the schedule. So let me open this. You know that in Google Meet, we need to turn your microphone off always. Only you can turn it on when I ask you to talk, or if it's really, really, really important. Okay, try to try to use the chat only for the class purposes.
Oh,
And yes, that's it. Who has the microphone off? Please turn it off. Okay, so today we are going to talk about something called magnitude or physical quantities. Yes, magnitudes is the name that we must use when we are talking in Spanish. Por ejemplo, cuando ustedes hablan en español y ustedes se van a referir a esta cosa, ustedes le llaman magnitudes. But in English, we better, okay, magnitudes is good, but the proper name, a better name is physical quantities. You will find more of them like that. Okay, next slide. So the rules and magnitudes are really simple topic. As you can see here, magnitudes are properties of objects or situations because you can also have magnitudes when you are running, and that is not an object that you can measure. Remember, that is the key word. If you can measure that something, it is a magnitude. But they are called physical quantities more often. So more often, in case you don't know, means más seguido. So it's better that you use these words instead of magnitudes. But both terms are okay. Let me check. Silva, how are you? Sorry. Silva, let me think. Let me use this. Ay, Dios. Better. So much better. Let me check.
Profe, no pude cambiar el nombre.
Who are you, Juanita?
Sí.
Don't worry. I think that is your mother's mail.
Yes.
So you should later, when you have time, create a mail of
Yes.
your own and with your name, and that's the easiest solution. Don't worry, Juanita.
Okay.
Fisher, I
So
lograr change my name, but I need to reiniciar todo para que el name se actualice.
after the class finishes, don't worry, you will have enough
Okay.
time. Thank you, Santiago. One more check of the chat, and sorry, that is not what is supposed to be. LinkedIn teacher, I don't listen to you very well. Okay, kids, sorry, I am going to turn on the volume a little bit. Tomas, can you listen to me very well? And the others, is it too loud? Tell me, Acevedo, what do you need?
Teacher,
Hey,
that we can change the name in the Internet Explorer and we put the link in there and we can change the name.
okay, so you can probably teach your partners uh, when this part of the class finishes because you will have sometimes to make some exercises. Um, so please do it in that moment. It's too high. I am going to turn off the volume. I think that Arguello has problems with the volume himself. Arguello, if it's too loud, if it's too low, please tell me again. Okay, so I am going to ask a one person. Let me select it randomly. Ay, Dios. Sorry. Okay, let me select here. Prada. Hello, Prada. How are you? Julian. Julian David.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you? Okay, I am going to ask you some things. You see this table, right?
Yes.
What properties of this can you measure?
Eh, Oof.
It's not too hard, don't worry, Prada.
No, I don't know.
You don't know? You can't measure anything of the table?
What?
You can't measure anything of the table, right? Or you can?
No te oigo muy bien, profe. ¿Cómo?
Okay, so here you have a table. Look at the table. Mm? Can you measure it? Can you measure it? O sea, medir.
Yes.
Y lo dices con duda. Yes, you can measure it. So if you take, for example, a metric tape, a meter tape, metric tape, what is the thing that you are measuring? That thing that you are measuring has a name. What is the name?
Eh,
Okay,
No
you are
sé.
measuring. Do you know the name?
No.
Okay, you are measure a distance or a length or a length. Sorry. Yes. Uy, sorry, está ahí no hay. Mejor lo escribo otra vez. Sorry about that. Thank you, Prada. Now, let me ask another person. I know that there is Aponte. Hello, Aponte.
Hello, teacher. Hello,
How are
teacher.
you? Okay, Pote, look,
Fine.
we are measuring the distance of the table, but can you measure something else?
The volume, the mass, and the
Great.
uh,
Volume.
and the length. No, and
Eso
the
ya.
I don't remember how to say peso.
Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Wait.
Yes.
And there is something else that you can measure. You only forget one thing.
Uh, I don't know. I think
What is this? What is all of this, Pote?
the area.
Aha, a surface or area. Thank you, Pote. Please close your microphone. So, thank you for the both of you. And yes, you can measure all of these things. I just want to have to make something clear because I know that most of you don't remember that. Mass and weight are not the same thing. But for example, when you weigh yourself, that is saying mass. For example, when you stand up in a balance to know how much you weigh, that is not exactly the weight. It's not the weight, it's the mass, because the mass is the quantity of matter that you have. The weight is a force, is a force that depends on the gravity. So for example, your weight is not the same here on the earth than what is in on the moon, but the mass don't change. Okay? So all of these properties can be measured. Distance, volume, mass, weight, area, and all of these properties are of this table. So these things are called magnitudes, or a better term, physical quantities. So here, eh, I have some examples, not all of them. Mass, surface, which is area, width, and height. For example, let me go back. Width, el ancho, and height, how tall it is. And both things are distance. Let me check the chat. Ah, listo. Jacobo Barajas, hear you. Hello. Okay. Chicos, you know the thing of the chat, no? Right. Be careful. But I think this is clear. Physical quantities are things that can be measured. Okay. But sorry, is it recording? Yes, it is recording. Here are some physical quantities of the table. But physical quantities can be classified in two types. So, how am I going to make you understand what is the difference of the two types of magnitudes or physical quantities? Is using an example. So I am going to ask, let me say who is here, random, 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 we inception. ¿Ah? Wilches, deja de hacer chistes, please. Okay, I am going to ask Laura Valentina. Hello, can you talk, please? Laura? Laura? Okay, don't worry, I am going to unmute yourself. I unmute you. Mm, parece que ella no puede, no tiene micrófono. Como que no puedo activarlo. Laura Valentina, please talk. Okay. Sara Valentina. Hello. How are you? Please talk. No, no puedo. Hello. How are you?
Hello, teacher.
Okay. So you're going to help me understand the situation. Okay. So look at this. You have this bag of snacks and this other bag of snacks. Look at the weight of the first one. The first one has a 140 grams and the price is 3,700 pesos. Mm? But the second one has 250 grams and weights, sorry, weights, no, its price is 5,800 pesos. Sara Valentina, without thinking too much, what bag do you prefer?
The second,
The second one. Why?
but is more big.
Because it's bigger. It's bigger. Perdón por mi letra horrible. But what happens if you are with me in the school and I say, okay, Sara Valentina, I am going to buy you something, and you have these two. You say, teacher, I want this one. But I say, no, I am going to buy you this one because this one is cheaper. O sea, más barato. Perdón por la letra. So, what do you think? Which one is making a better decision, you or me? Sara Valentina, don't go.
You,
Why?
but is menos,
Because it's less what? Less mass or less price?
less less price.
Okay, yes. So let me make another example and then we go back to this one. Imagine, I am going to use other thing. Imagine, ay, esto no es esto. Thank you. Okay, imagine that the first pack, uh, imagine that this one waits. No, sorry. Imagine that this one, its price is, I don't know, 6,000, and it's 400 grams. Mm. But imagine that the price of this one is 3,000, but the mass is 350 grams. Which one is better, Sarah?
The first.
And why is it better, the first?
But is but is less expensive and have less air.
Okay, yes, that's a good, that's something, that's a good analogy. I don't know about of the year, but I understand what you mean. Look, here we are paying 3,000 for 350 grams. But here we are paying the double. Are we receiving the double? Sarah? Hello?
Hello.
See, here we are paying the double of the other one. But in the mass, are we receiving the double?
No.
No. So in this one, we are getting more for the same for the money. For example, eh, I don't know how to explain this. Let me say here, how much are we receiving if we pay only 1,000? Espera. Who's talking? Sara Valentina. Hello. Dólares. Okay. Here, I am going to ask a question. What? No. How many grams do I get with only 1,000? So one third of this, right? Imagine that we divide this in three. So 3,000, sorry, no, 3,000, no. Bueno, 3,000, yes, divided by 3 is 1,000. Yes. How many grams do we get for that? 350 divided by 3, which is how much? 350 divided by 3 is, let me do it. 3, 1, 1. This fits 6, 116, 10, more 120, 116 point something. 116 point something. So we get these grams if we only paid 1,000 thinking about this pack. But what happens in the other one? In the other one, we have to do the same. 600, 6,000, sorry, divided by 6 para tener 1,000 pesos. And then we have to make 4,000 divided by 6. 4,400. 6 in 40, that 6. Oh, 6. 66 point something. 66.66666. Okay, Satan. Okay. Okay, so here we are saying that if we only pay 1,000, here we get 116. But if here we only paid 1,000, here we got less, only 66. Is it clear or not? Please write in the chat if you have questions right now. Chicos, sí, sí ven que lo estoy viendo, ¿cierto? Potted understood, right. Santiago Vargas, I don't know. No questions, no questions. Juanita, thank you. Vargas has questions or not? If you have questions, Vargas, talk, please.
Profe, una pregunta, ¿cómo hacemos para medir en gramos la cantidad de, por ejemplo, papas en ese momento? ¿Cómo hacemos para medir eso?
La cantidad de
Porque,
papas, it depends because you can have big potatoes and small potatoes, and it doesn't tell you how much the mass is. So you can't know the amount of potatoes, the amount, o sea, la cantidad, o sea, una papita, dos papitas, tres papitas. No, you can't know that, but you can know how much you are getting by each little peso, right? In order
ok.
to compare. That is what we are going to do with the previous example that um, I am going to continue with. Andres David, how are you? Do you have
Fine, teacher.
questions? Tell me your
Uh,
question.
with the if you, I pay 1,000, the 116 is the quantity of the potatoes.
No, it's not the quantity of the potatoes. Okay, let me answer Sarah Ide. Don't worry. Sarah, we were getting the introduction of the topic of magnitudes or physical quantities, but you only need to know that magnitudes or physical quantities are properties that can be measured. Yes, in any object. For example, in a table, you can make measure the height, the volume, the mass, the weight. That is it. But here we are telling that the physical quantities can be classified in two groups. And I am making the example of the potato chips so you can know what is the difference, but I have not told the difference yet. Please, the person that has the microphone on, turn it off, please. It is. Thank you. So, Acevedo, no. If we divide, if we make this, we are not knowing the quantity of potatoes, because as I was telling Vargas, you can have little potatoes, you can have big potatoes, and it doesn't depend on the weight or the mass, sorry. What we are doing here is something called a ratio. That is something that tells you a relationship. What the relationship? The relationship between the price and the mass. Hmm? So, for each 1,000 pesos, how much gramos, o sea, masa, no cantidad de papas, how much grams you get in this package, and it's different in this package. Hmm? If you pay 1,000 pesos in this one, you are getting 116 point something grams. But if you pay 1,000 here, you are getting less. You are getting only 66.6. So it means that if we think about spending the money in a better way, it's better to get the small one. because we get more for the same amount of money. Yes? But is it the same in the following example, in the other example? Let's check. And don't worry, the concept of ratio, we will see it better in math. You only need to know that it is a relationship, right? Hmm? So if we do the same for this package and this package, but let's take it to the extreme. Hmm? Don't try to see how much we get by 1,000. Let's see how many grams or how much of the gram we get for each peso. Para cada peso individual, ¿cuántos gramos tenemos? So we make the division. It is easy, only making a division. 140 grams divided 3,700 pesos. And that tells us that we are getting 0,037 grams for each peso that we pay in the first package. But if we do the operation for the second one, we get that we are paying each peso, but we get 0,043 grams for each peso that we pay. So it means that the second one is better. Even if it's more expensive, aún si es más caro, we are getting a best deal. Estamos obteniendo un mejor trato porque tenemos más por cada peso. ¿Vale? Anyway, it is not a problem if you don't understand exactly this problem. No, 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 no. That is not an issue. It's not a big deal. Don't worry. Y ya les digo qué es lo que de verdad quiero que entiendan. So, before that, is there a question about it? No question, I think. Okay, I think there are no questions. Where's the chat? No, no. Thank you. So, the second package is better. Okay. So, what I want you to understand is simple. There are quantities or magnitudes that are made comparing to. For example, the speed. The speed is, when you measure the speed, for example, I am going to ask, Wilches, can you talk, please?
No,
Okay. Wilches,
no
of
mentiras.
course, I know, I know. Do you think that I'm paying attention to your jokes? Of
No,
course not. Wilches, when you say a speed, for example, tell me the speed that you, I mean, tell me any speed.
mm, 50
50 what?
kilometers per hour.
50 kilometers per hour. Look, the speed is a physical quantity, is a property of the action of running. Yes? But you are saying kilometers per hour. So you are comparing the distance, the amount of distance that you run in an hour. You are comparing distance and time. Look here. Speed comes from comparing two quantities, distance and time. So the speed is something that we call a derived quantity. Magnitudes derivadas, magnitudes compuestas en español, because they are made from others.
Entonces las quantities de base serían la longitud y el tiempo.
No, 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 no. Esas son las
Entonces,
base, because
por eso.
they make the other one, and
Ah,
speed is the derived quantity.
mm,
Look, as you can see here, derived quantity is made of comparing these two.
ok.
But the
Profe,
comparison, yes.
la velocidad es equivalente a la distancia sobre el tiempo.
Exactly, divided by the time. Hmm? So we are comparing these two, distance and time, to make another one. Yes. So this one is a derived quantity derivada porque pues se deriva de la otra. And the others are base quantity because they make the others. And the base quantities are not made of anything. They are they. So here we have some derived quantities that you already know and some others that you don't know. Don't worry. For example, the area is made of multiplying length and length. It comes from other quantity multiplied twice. The volume also comes from length times length times length, or also area, area, area times length. The same thing. Area sin tilde en inglés. Speed, as we saw here, speed comes from distance divided by time. And density, that don't worry, it's something that you already don't know, no problem. We are gonna see it in following classes, maybe in one or two cycles. Density, it comes from dividing mass and volume. So those are derived quantities. Is there a question about it? If you have questions, write yes. If you don't have, don't write anything. Um, it seems that no one has questions about it. Oh, Thomas, talk, please, talk.
Uh, Teacher,
Yes,
after class we have some one exercises.
some
Yes.
exercises, don't worry.
Yes.
Let me show you so you don't have any confusion. But I need to first finish the presentation because otherwise
Is
you
of
won't be able to get.
conversions.
No,
Yes.
yes and no. Don't worry. Look
Okay.
here. Our one is this. Ya nos pasamos, but don't worry. I am going to only take 10 more minutes. And after that, you are going to get inside this link.
Ajá.
Ay, Dios mío. So, si no pueden, lo copian. Copy, paste. And you are going to develop. Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué pasó? Si se puede, no se puede. Open link in a new tab. Ya, ahora sí. You are going to make this. Parece largo, pero no se preocupen, es súper sencillo. Ah, perdón, les hablé en español. And you can also download this presentation because most of the answers are here in this presentation in the following slides. If you have time, it's not mandatory, but if you have time, please do it. Look at this video of that teacher Catherine made. And after that, make these conversions, but now using the same concept with money, because conversions work also for money. You do it in the same way. You only have to say to watch USD, which is the dollar. So it says that 3,844 pesos es un dólar colombiano. Entonces la igualdad sería esa y hacen los ejercicios con esa igualdad. But it's not mandatory. That's it. So let me finish this. So some derived quantities are these, but of course there are more because you don't actually know all of the base quantities. So there is also something that I want you to understand. There is a difference between the symbol of the quantity and the unit. Don't worry. You may be scratching your heads right now, but let me put you an example. Ay, lo podía hacer ahí. So when you're talking about speed or velocity, they have some difference, but they are almost the same thing. Let's better do it with velocity. You say that it is the length divided the time. Mm? When you are doing it, you can say, for example, that the velocity is with the measures, con las medidas, ¿cierto? Kilometers in hours. Or you can say that the velocity is seconds in minute. No, es que seconds in minute. Dios mío, ¿qué estoy pensando? Meters per second. Yes, you are saying you are calculating velocities, but with different units. But these letters, the L and the lowercase t, are used as the symbol of the magnitude to talk about the magnitude regardless the unit, because instead of meter we could use centimeters, we could use millimeters, we could use kilometers, and it will still be length. So here's the symbol that we use to represent the length. When we have the measures, we can use one of these units. It's different. Mass is represented with the m, and the main unit is kilograms, but you can use, of course, grams, milligrams, uh, pounds, which is lb. Time. The symbol of the time is the lowercase t. ¿Mm? Lowercase tiene que ser minúscula, because the capital T is used for another magnitude, which is the temperature. And the main unit is the seconds. But of course, you can use minutes, you can use hours, days, years. ¿Mm? But the main one, y ya les digo porque la principal, main one is seconds. Electric current. Esa no la vamos a ver, but it is worth knowing. It's the capital I mayúscula, okay? And the main unit is the ampere, but there are other units. And the temperature is capital T. ¿Listo? Esta es minúscula para el tiempo, and the capital T is for the temperature. And the main unit is the Kelvin. Teacher, what is the Kelvin? No era grados centígrados? Yes, but the main one is the K. Main one. Why a main one? Because there is an international system of units, which is abbreviated SI from their French initials, porque fue hecho en Francia. The international system of units that is like an agreement of most of the world to use the same units. So we have a principal unit for all of the magnitudes, and the others come from that one. Centimeters come from dividing by 100, by 10, etc. Ya les explico, ya reviso el chat. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean that there are no other measures. It means that there is a principle that we can use. Let me check the chat because I'm really sure that a lot of you are confused on this. Where is it? Where is it? Here. Okay. Es nota. No, it's not great, Sara Valentina. Cuando se anota, yo les escribo y les digo durante la clase. So, Aponte, talk, please.
Teacher, is because I don't understand the base
Quantities
quantities and the derived
and derived quantities. It's
yes.
easy. Pote, look. Base quantities are, for example, length. Ya les pongo una diapositiva donde están solo unas base, no, estas son base. Length, mass, time, electric current. Don't worry, we don't know about that yet, but it is just an example. And temperature, because these quantities are not made from others. Do you understand that they are not made from other quantities? Pote.
Yes.
Yes, they are not made from others. But look at some derived quantities. Area. It is made from others. It is made from multiplying meters and meters. It is made of length multiplied. Volume. It is made of area multiplied by length. So you see that these quantities are made from others.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have
I
any other?
understand.
You understand that, or do you have other question?
No, I understand.
Yes, that's the simple difference. The only difference is that some are made from others. These that are made from
Okay.
others are called derived quantities, and the others are called based quantities.
Ah, okay, thanks, teacher.
And don't worry about these formulas. This is just to see what the units are. You don't need to understand that really right now, because there is plenty of time for me to explain you that. And we actually are not going to talk about force this year. That is only this example. We are going to talk about density, hmm, um, not force. So don't worry. And okay, be careful. There is a difference between the symbol and the unit, because the unit can change. The unit, it can be meters squared, centimeters squared, millimeters squared. But when we talk about the magnitude, the quantity, we can use the symbols. A for area, capital B for volume, lowercase b for velocity. That is it. Is there any other question about it?
Teacher, so
Yes,
we
Tomás.
no. Mal.
You sure?
Teacher, speed and acceleration, it's not the same?
No, 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 no. It's not the same. Okay, because imagine that you are in a car and you are going at 30 kilometers per hour and you don't change that speed. You are imagining that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you accelerating or not?
Pues no.
No, because you are not increasing your speed. Acceleration is how much you increase a velocity or a speed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes, I don't think that you understand it really, because you said it with a little of doubt. I will say it in Spanish. ¿Listo? La velocidad es, por ejemplo, ustedes van en un carro a 30 kilómetros por hora. ¿Listo? Imagínense que van a esa velocidad constante, es decir, no la incrementan ni la bajan. Ahí no hay aceleración, porque ustedes no están cambiando la velocidad. La aceleración es el cambio en la velocidad. ¿Listo? Y puede ser un cambio positivo, que es cuando aceleran, o puede ser un cambio negativo, que es cuando disminuyen su velocidad. ¿Listo? Por ahora no se preocupen si no entienden esto. Solo quiero que les quede claro que velocidad y aceleración son cosas diferentes.
Teacher, I have a question.
Tell me, Acevedo,
Why in the density have a P?
a P? I don't know right now, but I can research and I can tell you the next class.
Okay.
Yes, maybe it's I don't know. I don't actually know. And this is not exactly a P. This is like a Greek letter. So I will tell you next class why we use this symbol for the density and what Greek letter is this one, because I don't know the name of this letter.
Okay.
Is there any other question so we can finish this conference? Andrés David Acevedo ya me la preguntó. Ya question. Which is all keep bothering, no problem. So everything all right,
Creo que
Tomás?
esto no era una broma. Eso no era
Everything,
una broma. Es que estoy haciendo el cuestionario y no sé cuál es la unidad del sistema para el tiempo.
look,
Del internacional sistema de
look.
unidades.
Mira,
Ajá.
unit.
Bueno,
The
ajá.
main one is seconds, and the symbol is the lowercase t. So you can download that presentation, Wilches.
Listo, ahora distancia. Bueno, ya es así.
You have it in the presentation, Wilches. Don't be lazy.
Pero los 3 ejemplos que yo te pregunté ahí, que no eran broma.
There are. There
Ajá.
are. That
Bueno,
this worksheet is only for you to review what is in the presentation and to have
siempre en
some
la presentación solo había uno.
Ay, aquí están, mire.
¿Dónde? A ver.
Look, in the last 2 slides.
Pero uno, ¿cómo sabe si son derivadas o no?
Because it says in the title.
¿Dónde? Ah.
Derived
What?
quantities.
Chao, chao,
And
chao.
these are base. Bye bye, witches. Okay, kids. If there is no other question, I am going to end the presentation. The class, the presentation, yes, but you still have until 8:30
Yes.
o'clock to
The
finish
other
this.
exercises.
And if you finish, then do
This-
the other thing that I say in the
The
chat.
video. The video.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And
And any other question?
no. Bye,
Okay,
teacher.
so
Thank
start,
you.
start leaving the classroom, this session, and I will.
Thanks, teacher, for explain. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. No se les olvide cambiar sus nombres.
Okay.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Okay, teacher. Okay.
Bye, bye. No questions, right?
No.
Bye,
Bye,
bye.
teacher.
Okay, so voy a cerrárselas a todos. Ay, no se puede hacer todo a la vez. Stop sharing. Wow. No, Mesa. No, no, Mesa, porque después empiezan a molestar si los coordinadores ven estas clases. Entonces, la idea es que no, me parece súper ingenioso y me causa mucha gracia, pero no, no te lo dejes, porfa. Por mí no habría problema, pero es mejor evitar. Bueno, bye bye. Los voy a sacar. Ay, ¿cómo los saco? Yo los sabía sacar. Ah, solo queda Mesa. Bye, Mesa.